All right, let's talk about the modern playbook for B2B lead generation. We're going to cut through all the noise and give you a really clear, actionable strategy to find your next and best customer.
Does it ever feel like you're out there in this huge digital river, panning for just a few little golden nuggets of opportunity, but you mostly just come up with, well, mud?
Yeah, you are not alone. It really can feel like that. Finding the right people at the right companies in this crowded digital space can feel like a totally monumental task. But what if you had a map that showed you exactly where the richest gold veins were and the right tools to actually get it out? Well, that's exactly what we're going to build for you right now.
Okay, first things first, we have to understand the territory. See, B2B prospecting isn't just a slightly different version of selling to consumers. It plays by a completely different set of rules. It's a whole other ballgame.
And here's the difference in a nutshell. Over on the left, you've got a simple consumer purchase. You see it, you like it, you buy it. It's fast, one person, pretty low cost. But on the right, that's the B2B reality. It's this long, winding journey. You have a whole committee of people who have to sign off, and there's a serious investment on the line. Your strategy has to be built for that complexity.
So, if the journey is that complex, where do we even start looking? Let's map out the most productive digital gold mines for finding those top-tier B2B leads right now.
Okay, this chart tells a really clear story at first glance. LinkedIn is the big one. It's the dominant force. But look a little closer. A truly great strategy isn't just about one channel. You also need that magnetic pull of amazing content and SEO, plus the relationship-building power of email. So let's break down how to use each one. All right, now we know where to look, so let's get practical. It's time to open up the toolkit and check out the specific strategies that actually work for each of these platforms.
Let's kick things off with the undisputed champion of the B2B world.
You have to think of LinkedIn less like a social network and more like a massive, living, breathing database of professionals. I mean, you can filter by industry, job title, company size. It's pretty much the ultimate tool for zeroing in on your ideal customer. So here's your 4-step toolkit. First, polish that profile. And here's a pro tip. Your headline shouldn't just be your job title, it should be a promise of the value you deliver. Next, start publishing content that shows you're an expert. Third, use Sales Navigator. That's your power tool for finding the right people. And finally, get active and engage in industry groups. Go where the conversation is already happening.
Now, let's switch gears to a totally different approach. Instead of you hunting for leads, this is about making you so valuable that the leads start hunting for you. This is the magic of inbound marketing. The secret here is creating what I call content bait. Stuff so valuable, they can't resist it. Think in-depth blog posts that solve a real problem, or authoritative white papers. This is where SEO comes in, search engine optimization, which just means making sure your stuff shows up when people search for answers on Google. And by gating your absolute best content, asking for an email to get access, you turn a random website visitor into a real qualified lead.
And what about email? Well, its role has definitely evolved. It's not just about cold outreach anymore. The most effective way to use it now is for building a relationship over time, providing value, and just staying top of mind, so when they're finally ready to buy, you're the first person they think of.
So here's a super simple way to think about it. You use LinkedIn for that proactive, direct outreach. You use content and SEO to build trust and attract leads to you. And you can turn to platforms like X, formerly Twitter, to jump into those real-time industry conversations. It's all about picking the right tool for the right job.
Look, tools and platforms are one thing, but your mindset and your strategy, that's something else entirely. So let's cover the universal rules, the prospector's code, if you will, that works no matter which channel you're on.
Before you do anything, and I mean anything else, you have to define your ideal customer profile, your ICP. This isn't just a vague guideline. It is literally your treasure map. Without it, you're just digging around randomly, hoping to get lucky.
This quote just nails the entire mindset shift, right? Modern prospecting is not about volume. It is all about precision. The whole goal is to find that one perfect fit and build a real connection, not just blast a generic message out to the masses.
So, getting this right really comes down to 3 things. First, use a multi-channel approach. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Second, nurture your leads. B2B is a marathon, not a sprint. And finally, you have to track and analyze everything. Use that data to constantly update your map and make your efforts even better.
Okay, Let's bring all of this together. Because it's not just about following a few steps, it's about really adopting the mindset of a modern, expert prospector.
I mean, just think about it. The SEO tactics that worked last year, the LinkedIn algorithms, the way people even open and read email, it is all constantly in flux. The ground is always shifting under our feet.
And that brings us to the most important rule of all. While this playbook is your foundation, the true masters of this craft are the ones who just live in this cycle. They test something, they learn from it, and they adapt their strategy. Constantly.
So, you've got the map, you've got the toolkit. The question isn't, what do I do anymore? It's, where do I start? Whether it's taking a fresh look at your ICP or giving your LinkedIn profile a facelift, the gold is out there. It's just waiting. What's your first move?